Today, we will focus on the opponent's hook serve, specifically when a side topspin serve comes short to our forehand. What is the main technique we are going to talk about? It's called the push flick, right? The meaning of the push flick actually looks very simple to everyone. Let's first briefly talk about the flick. What does a normal flick feel like? A normal flick. Look, everyone is opening our racket head and closing the racket. Yes, closing the racket. Here, open the top of the racket, wrist forward. Push and close the wrist, push and release simultaneously. See? Open it up while sending it forward, right? This is a normal flick, isn't it? But suppose the opponent uses a hook serve to give us topspin. If I go straight for a flick like this, what problem is likely to occur? It's very easy to eat the spin. It flies off, right? Look, everyone, this ball flew off, didn't it? Let's serve another one and take a look. It flew off, right? So what should we do now? Learn to push. Let me do a demonstration first. Did you see that? This is a push, right? This is a push. Let's do another one. Look, a push. This is receiving a hook topspin. Look, let's do another one. Let me do two with just two with a pen hold. Look, right? Then flick one more. Okay, this is the push. So this push, everyone, you need to understand what it means. The push technique is actually during the flicking process from the direction of our force. Look, the direction of force in a normal flick. Where am I applying it? Actually, I am moving forward and also applying force to the front left. See? I am applying force to the front left, right? So when I apply force to the front left, inherently in this direction, it will slightly veer to the left. Right? So if the opponent serves a hook, right side, and I go to flick it, the ball is already prone to flying toward the opponent's forehand. If you still try to flick it in that direction, very easily flick it out of bounds. It's very easy to flick it out of bounds. What do we need to deliberately do now? Press it out down the opponent's straight line. So the push and push flick means, during the flicking process, what did I eliminate? I eliminated this opening of the fingers and wrist, and the subsequent inward closing process. This process is gone. This process is gone. So what is left? Only this is left. Only this is left. Look, friends, here, I don't deliberately use my wrist to close it. Instead, what is the main purpose of my wrist strength? Most of the strength is to maintain this cocked back state of my wrist and push it straight out. Look, from beginning to end, everyone, after I push it out, my wrist can actually still open up. It can still open up, okay? See that, friends? When I push it out, my wrist is still cocked, still open. I don't have this wrist closing motion. I maintain this pushing, maintain this wrist, maintain this state. Everyone, watch again. 1, 2, go. See that? Have I been keeping it cocked? In this cocked state, push straight from the front. Push from the front. When doing this, everyone must pay attention to one issue. It is not simply pushing with the arm. It's not simply pushing with the arm. Come, let me show you a demonstration. A wrong demonstration. This is a very wrong demonstration. Why is that? He uses his whole arm. Uses the whole arm to push. You will find that if you push too little with your arm, if you push no too power, it goes out. This is the disadvantage of pushing with the arm. Where did the power and speed of this push come from? It doesn't come from how fast we can push. What does it come from? How fast our body can press down. How much we can press. How fast the center of gravity look at my body. Down. But look at my body. There is a back to front motion going into the table, feeling like pressing the center of gravity onto the ball. Getting the center of gravity onto the ball. Pressing the center of gravity onto the ball. 1, 2. Look, friends, I am pressing my center of gravity. If my center of gravity doesn't move forward, you can't push it out just by reaching your hand. Why? Look at the push. It's actually a state going from a bent arm, from the back, pushing straight out. The arm goes from bent to straight, right? If your center of gravity doesn't go in, reaching your hand out is essentially inherently a straight arm state. Your arm is already straight. Where do you have space to continue pushing forward? Where do you have space to keep pushing forward? You can't push it out, right? Therefore, to ensure that before we push, our stored energy maintains a cocked wrist and a bent arm state, then what must we do? Our center of gravity must move forward. The upper body center of gravity moves forward. When we push our arm, we'll have the space to push forward. Then, combined with our upper body, My bad. This was because I found the contact point too early, right? This is better. I paused for a moment, right? Plus the body pressing forward. It relies partly on the arms pushing force, but mostly on the power of the center of gravity. If these two are done together, only then can your push generate power. Generate power, okay? This is the first key point. There's another small technique and small issue. Regarding the push, everyone must understand. This is a process of active force generation. It must be an active force generation. In the active force generation requirement for finding the contact point. What must you learn first? First, learn to pause. Because in the functional movement of your push, it is an active force generation. The contact point you need to find is the rising phase. Borrowing force is equivalent to borrowing someone else's force. And you still want to actively apply force. With double the force, can you avoid hitting it out of bounds? You will definitely hit it out, right? If you take it on the rise, your arm cannot exert much force. On the rise, your arm can't exert much force. Look, it goes out. I moved so lightly and it still went out. You have to do it like this. Is this still a push? Right? If you exert force on the rise, the ball will fly who knows where. All out of bounds. How will I finish teaching the placements during tomorrow? Push, you either hit it out. You have this situation where it suddenly hits the bottom of the net. In this situation, look, it hits right under the net. That's because your timing is too early. Then release your shot. A pause. Then release. See, friends? So this isn't completely absorbing waiting the force. Waiting for the ball is actually also a process of waiting for the point, and also absorbing force. Because it's equivalent to. When you can't borrow force from this ball, and you actively apply force, then this ball will be accurate. Understand? Wait. Push. Let me demonstrate another one. Everyone watch, right? A pause, then execute. This way, everyone has learned his hook. Also learned my right? Come on, everyone, look again. Then 1, 2, go, right? First, learn to wait for the ball, right? Push, elbow, press the center of gravity. Then wait for the point, press the center of gravity. See that? Wait a bit, get the center of gravity forward. Push the hand. Come on, another one. Wait, forward. Do you see these feelings, friends? One more time. Wait, forward. This way. Let's do one with the penhold grip too. You must also find the timing accurately. Find the point accurately. Go forward, friends. Hey. 1, 2, go. Right? Let's do it again. Look, everyone. Did you see this push? Did you feel this? I am executing it slower. I couldn't connect with this ball because his serve was spinning. I can only execute it like this. If I execute it slowly and leisurely, if you don't believe everyone wants me to do it in slow motion. Damn, how do I do that, friends? How to do it? Slow motion can't be done.